feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure.
Good morning. Decided today is a day I'm going to pick up the camera because I have not picked up the camera in a long time, and I feel like every time I pick up the camera I see that. But since I'm bringing Addison right now to the doctor's because she has a pretty bad diaper rash that we cannot seem to get rid of. I also got a new Fitbit. There we go. I got a new Fitbit because mine just randomly stopped working. Like, it didn't completely stop working, but it stopped working. Like, it wouldn't pick up my heart rate. It wasn't getting my proper steps in throughout the day, and that's, you know, the whole point of a Fitbit. So I decided to leave a little early just because Addison needs a nap, and her doctor's office is 35 minutes. Whoa, wobbly. Her doctor's office is 35 minutes away, so we have to leave a little early anyway, but I decided to leave a little extra early because she needs to take a nap. So, whoa, I need to stop at the bank really quick to deposit some money. I don't think we're gonna get a good angle. Okay, so that's where we're headed out. I'm going to the bank, and then we're going to her doctor's office. Catch up on what life has been like. Okay, hi! Okay, so let's chat a little bit. All right, now that I'm done with work, and there's a lot going on. Okay. Oh, I see a little bunny. So this little one had her appointment today. She just had a bad diaper rash, and we had to get a special prescription prescribed, but she's good. Everything's good. Oh, you want to hold my phone? Okay. She's 25 pounds. 25 pounds. 9 months old, 25 pounds. Woo! I looked it up. Average weight for a 9-month girl, 18 pounds. So a little update with what's going on with our life lately. Don't whine for me, okay? Don't whine for me. So since Father's Day, I was saying this morning. Since Father's Day, Kaya has been sick, on and off sick. So she, on Father's Day, had a fever. We were out to brunch. She didn't seem like she was herself. She was very out of it, very tired. I don't know, she just was saying she was tired. That is caca. She was just saying she was tired and she just wanted to go to sleep. When I felt her, she was super, super warm. And then we took her home, gave her medicine, and then Monday, it was like 102.4, and I could not get her temperature to go down. Got it to go down like to a low grade temperature. Tylenol in her consistently, so that was on Sunday. Monday, she had no other symptoms other than a fever, so I believe it was Monday. We took her to the pediatrician, which we are now no longer with this pediatrician because they're just part of Pro Health, and it was just a hot mess. Too much. Yeah, leave that alone, baby. Leave it alone. It's okay. Leave it alone. So I had Nick take her to the pediatrician to see what's up. They pretty much gave us no answers. Oh, she had also been constipated, so she hadn't used the bathroom since that Thursday, I believe. So it had been up to Monday now, and she had not used the bathroom yet. So that was another concern. They obviously, they just brushed it off like it was nothing, and I had no reason to be concerned. We had no reason to be concerned, pretty much. That's what they were making us feel like. She's fine, it's probably just a cold or something like that. But she had no cold symptoms, she just had a fever, and she was constipated. So, yeah. So then 2 days passed, or the next day passed, and she was still not feeling well, still fever, super pale, not acting like herself. Obviously something's wrong, right? So Tuesday night, I called the doctor, or Tuesday, it was like afternoon. She still was not herself. She was miserable. She was also wetting the bed, having accidents. She's been fully potty trained since she was 2, which she's only been 2 since April, but she's been fully potty trained. We never had an accident, nothing. She's never had to sleep in pull-ups, never had to sleep in diapers. And then this all happened. She was literally peeing her pants, like literally peeing her pants. Run! What's the problem? gonna get up and walk with her. So yeah, she was literally just peeing her pants, like sitting down and peeing her pants. So I ended up taking her to the doctor's on Wednesday, and what this woman said to me, oh my, lost my mind. So I walk in, I said to her, you know, she has, before I even went in there, I called them to let them know. I had to sit down for a nap because she just was not cooperating. She said to me, yeah, she probably has a low-grade temperature because she's probably teething. I said, she's not teething. She said, she probably is just holding it. She's not constipated. She's probably just holding it because she's potty training. I said, she's not potty training. She's been potty trained for months. She's never had an accident. She doesn't have accidents. She doesn't pee her bed. She doesn't just pee her pants. She's been peeing her pants. She's not potty training, and she's not pooping. She's constipated. She's been constipated since last Thursday, right? So she says to me, I said she doesn't have a low-grade fever. 102.8 is not a low-grade fever. She's like, oh, well, they didn't tell me that. If you looked at our actual file and the notes that they took, maybe you would know that it was not a low-grade fever. So then she says, is she eating or drinking? I said, no. I mean, she's drinking. She said, is she eating or drinking? I said, yeah, she's drinking about 10 cups of water a day. And she's waking up in the middle of the night crying because she's so thirsty. She's not just, oh, the fact that she said she was holding it just like seriously irritates the crap out of me still. But I said she's constipated. She's had a fever. She's not herself. She's pale as a ghost. She is not herself. Like, clearly something is wrong. Please just listen to me. I'm trying to think of like what else she said, like that like blew my mind. She checked her teeth and she said, oh, like she doesn't look like she's teething. I don't know what to tell you about that. I mean, just give it a few more days, and if she doesn't poop, then call us back, which I had been using Miralax to try to get her to poop, and they're just pretty much brushing us off just to get us out of the office. And then it's just frustrating because they obviously didn't listen to me, so I was really irritated after that appointment. So I ended up calling her old pediatrician who used to go, so they go to this same pediatrician's office that they've gone to since they were born, but the doctor that was at that pediatrician's office started his own practice. So we loved him, and we were really sad to see him go. I was like, I'm just gonna test it out to see if I like these doctors, because there were 3 new women doctors, and I love women doctors, and I just wanted to give them a try. I didn't feel a connection with any of them. Honestly, think Pro Health just is like, you're not a patient to them. They don't give a shit about you, pretty much. They just want your insurance's money. So I called their doctor and I explained to him what was going on. And I don't know if this was either that Wednesday or the next day or something like that. I ended up calling him because I emailed him. I emailed him Wednesday night. I said, I want to move my kids to your practice. Like, I'm done with this practice. I want to move them. Which his doctor's office is 35 minutes away from us, which is a trip, but for a good doctor, I don't care. I'll take that trip. So I emailed him that night. He got back to me relatively quickly that night, and he said, I'll give you a call in the morning. What's going on, blah, 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 blah. So he calls me the next morning and asks me what's going on. I let them know, and he said, if she's still having a fever and she's still constipated, like, she needs to be seen now. Like, clearly something's up. She needs to be seen now. You can take her to the urgent care, or you can I can see her right in the morning. So I brought her to him the next morning, and he said, clearly something's wrong. Like there's some kind of sickness, virus, something. So he thought maybe it was a virus. So he said, you know, she's been sick for this many days. She's had a fever for this many days. It's probably this one particular virus that I think it is, and then that causes these issues. No one else in our house was sick. No one else. Again, only symptoms were the constipation and the fever. Only symptoms. So I said, no one else in our house is sick. He's like, you know what, this virus affects like 20% of people who are exposed to it, or only 80% of the time you don't have symptoms of it, of this virus. So I was like, okay, it's just a virus, whatever. He said, you know, I still want her to go get blood work done, because he did a finger prick and her blood sugar was super high. So he was like, you know, maybe it could be diabetes because of like her drinking so much. So he wanted to get blood work done. So the next it wasn't the next morning, it was the following morning because she had to schedule by appointment. They didn't have availability that day. They didn't have availability the next day. They had availability the following day. So Nick, that following day, it was like a fasting one, took her to get blood work done. So she got her blood work done. And then I think the next day he called me and was just like, you know, her white blood count is really low, and he said something else that was high. So, you know, this just could mean like she's fighting off an infection. Clearly something's going on. She's probably fighting off an infection. See how it goes the next few days. The next 2 days go by. She ended up using the bathroom. She ended up having diarrhea. Gross, I know, but she ended up having diarrhea, and she had diarrhea for the next couple days. So I was like, okay, maybe this is just the end of the virus. Like, she's just bleh. She was just still not herself. And the weird thing is, like, she'll be herself, and then next second she's not herself. Then she'll be herself, and the next second she's not herself. So it was just like a hit or miss, that type of during the day. And she would be doing like she'll do the and she does these like stares, like she's like this, and she's completely out of it. Like, you're like, Kaya, 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 and it takes her a while to acknowledge that you're calling her name. So she does these weird stares lately. And then I think a couple days after that, I don't honestly remember the time frame. A couple days. What, baby? What's that?
Slime.
Time? Slime? Oh. I got slime. So a couple days went by and she was still not feeling well. She was complaining. She refused to go to sleep. She was like scream crying. And we ended up putting her in our bed, and she did not sleep the whole night. She was up the entire night just flopping herself, hysterically crying. Flopping herself, hysterically crying. And I could not figure out what was going on. And at one point I was like, I just need to take her to the hospital because I don't know what's going on. And then, you know, she just wanted to watch a show, so she literally watched shows all night, and that's what we did. And I was so tired, but I texted her doctor that night, and I texted him, and I just was like, I need to be seen tomorrow. Like, something's wrong. She's still not herself. We need to be seen tomorrow. I think he said we'll be in contact with you or something like that. I don't think he was able to see us that day. I think he was able to see us the next morning. So he went in the next morning, and I just explained to him what was going on, and he felt her stomach, and he was like, she is so constipated. He said, I did not feel this the other day when you were here. I should not be able to feel this. She's so constipated. So he's like, we're gonna put her on Miralax for 3 days, one full cup, like one of the caps, one full cap for the next 3 days, and then a half a cap for the next 3 months, because he said this didn't happen overnight, and this isn't gonna resolve itself overnight. So this is what we need to do. And then that was a few days ago, and yesterday she ended up she woke up not herself again, pale, just out of it, really whiny. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Starbucks. She was like, I'm gonna go to Starbucks with you. So we went to Starbucks, and on the way home, her mouth, you could tell, like, you know when your mouth fills up with saliva and like when you're about to throw up, that's what I could tell what was happening. And she started like puking bile, which I was so confused because she had eaten a bagel for breakfast. Like, she had food in her system, so I don't know why she was puking bile. She was so sad, super pale. So I called her doctor and let him know, and he was like, I don't know, honestly, I don't have an answer for you. He sent out a poop sample and a pee sample. Gross. He said, you know what, there has to be like a certain number of this one bacteria to like be a UTI, and it has to be like 50,000, I think he said, of this one bacteria, and hers was between 10 and 49,000, so it was inconclusive. He was like, you know, it's inconclusive, I don't have an answer for you, I'm gonna treat her for UTI and hope for the best, you know. So she's on UTI medicine right now, and honestly, she's still peeing her pants. She's still peeing her pants. She's still peeing everywhere. She's still constipated. And we really don't have any answers. We really don't. She has to do this for 7 days. I talked to him again today because I had to bring Addison to get her rash checked out. And we're just gonna see what the next few days have in store for us. She should start feeling better. I honestly don't have any answers. I don't know what's going on. It's very stressful because, you know, when your kid's sick, like, your whole world's upside down. And I don't have any answers. I don't have any answers. I'm stressed out. I'm kind of just over it. I want to know what's going on. So yeah, that's where we are right now. Trying to figure it out. It's hit or miss every day. Sometimes she's completely normal. What? Sometimes she's completely normal. Other times she's not. And that's all. Honestly, I don't have anything else. Oh, you're propped up right here. I don't have anything else to update about. Kaya will see where things go from here.